a cobra. Even here, I'm always fighting to get you here.
Pushing.
Always doing that.
So you're always here.
Yes. Yes. Yep. So I'm always like this. Even when we come in,
Yeah. You push me on the safe distance, and I cannot see your punch.
Yeah. Because I want to be
Here.
Yes. Because only thing I did 2 options. You push, I have to run, right? Or you push, I'm here and I'm fighting you, right?
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to fight this Arman here.
Yeah.
It's just too hard. You go too far here, boom. So you just want to get here.
Yeah.
You throw spin elbow, I'm here. I got your back.
Got it. And one more.
Hi.
How you do that? Your takedown. You do so good, like his son does very well too.
See, I'm pulling you this way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go like this. But it has to be, it's more of a dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Just find your position.
So just play a little bit.
Step.
Yes. Yes.
It's a good core.
Massage.
Okay.
What are you doing, coach?
Okay, you're in. Hold it right there. Don't let the ball knock you down. 13, 14, 15, go. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, go, 2, 3, go, 4, go, 5. Got it. 2, go, down. 3, down, go, 4, go, down. Back. 19, go, get up there. 20, go. 1, 2, go. 3. There you go, come on. 12. There you go.
Looks easy, huh? But on the real deal.
Ready? Hot. 1, hot. 2, hot. 3, hot. 4, hot. 5. Okay, good.
I throw before the touch.
Thank you.
Take the hips off. They're always here.
Yeah, always there.
So if I'm here and I'm getting around straight away, beautiful. Don't wait. Exactly what he did.
Now don't freeze, just hold on. I'm going to do the same. Do the same thing on the floor. More. I know what you want. I know you want that. He's really good at it. Yeah. Very good, brother.
But that training this training is like 5 minutes work straight, you know. You don't have break. So, and then he loved. In my opinion, it's better because it's more the real situation of the fight, you know.
Yeah.
So like sprawl, defense takedown, striking, grappling. So that's good, and then he loved that training. Oh man, he's incredible. Like he's conditional. By the way, his conditional is better too. You know. Also his grappling. Like he said, we train grappling every training. Okay, today you're gonna train pad work. Okay, you finish with grab. You know, strike, grab, conditional, grab. So here's.
As the eagerly awaited battle gets closer, Arman Tsarukyan and Mauricio Ruffy are both into full preparation mode, and it seems that neither of the two is underestimating the other. Arman is honing all his skills, while Ruffy, on the other hand, is doing whatever it takes to make sure that he is ready for the fight of his life. There is no place for any slackness, no place for any error, and as the two prepare for battle, it becomes increasingly evident that both are preparing for war.
Arman needs to put Ruffy on his back foot.
Yeah.
You can't let him have that space and be creative like Esteban did against, you know, like to an extent without getting caught, but like going forward, putting him on his back foot because he wants that space. He wants to feint. He wants to spin. He wants to be creative. But if you keep him on his heels and keep him reacting to your movement, he can't be that creative.
Yeah, we saw Arman close the distance against Hooker and kind of control the fight, even though Hooker had the length and the height on him.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So,
but to be honest, Ruffy is better on the feet than what Dan Hooker is. And Dan Hooker's also got a lot of miles on the clock. Respectfully.
Yeah. But that was a good fight for Arman to see what he would do in there. And obviously now he's got to fight a more, I would say,
but he's just got to be
fighter.
careful that he doesn't get high on himself and think, I'm going to prove a point and knock this guy out on the feet. Because that's what happens with fighters. You think, oh shit, I'm going to show the world. He's going to expect a takedown. I'm going to throw an overhand right and I'm going to knock him out on the feet and shock the world. Next minute, you're waking up on the floor saying, what happened?
That's happened to him before.
Hey, it's going to happen to you in a minute.
Get him!
Respect the weight class.
Get him!
Hey, there's weight classes for a reason, dude. I saw him roll a Hamza and I never understood weight classes for a reason.
Falar isso, mas é uma coisa que eu acredito muito e tenho trabalhado muito sobre isso. Mas acredito que até lá o mundo inteiro vai saber quem é o Borne, o Guató e o Jauá. Eu tenho insistido muito nisso, tô levando algo novo. Dia eu acredito que as pessoas vão estar treinando muito sobre o Ruff Style. Eu tenho 7 lutas no UFC, eu praticamente não fui tocado no rosto e quero ver a nova geração, todo mundo treinando Ruff Style e abrir algumas academias sobre o Ruff Style.
I do believe I will be champion. People say I'm a little bit daring to say this, but I've worked really hard and I put my mindset into it, and I want Ruffy style to be a thing. I want people to understand what that is, and I want people to be training Ruffy style. I want people to understand that I have been 7 fights in UFC, barely been touching my face, and I want people to understand what Bourne, Wattori, and Jawa are, the 3 stages of fighting that I preach, and I want people to be training a new generation of fighters to learn and open, new gyms for people to understand what.
Quiero decir, todo el mundo está analizando esta pelea. Van a mirar a Ruffy y a BCD y dirán, sí, mira lo que le pasó en el suelo en esa pelea. Mira cuánto mejor es él en el suelo que BCD. Es realmente así de simple. O él dice que fue una mala noche. No puedes simplemente ignorar esa pelea y decir que esto es lo que es este tipo.
Esa pelea no se vio bien, pero en sus últimas 2 se vio mucho mejor y ha mejorado después de la pelea con BSD. Por eso, esperando la mejor versión de Ruffy y estaré preparado al 100% para él.
Estás bastante seguro de que ganarás esto. Eres tú quien pelea contra Justin Gaethje a principios de 2027. Hablé con Ali la semana pasada. Dijo que no se va a retirar. Va a pelear el próximo año.
Bueno, así que si gano, cuando gane a Ruffy, el siguiente es Justin Gaethje. Si no, será alguien.
Pra mim não muda nada. Nenhum elogio da parte dele ou crítica de ninguém vai mudar a minha forma de pensar. Eu sou um lutador muito sério quando eu entro pra lutar. E Eu vou levar isso, muita seriedade. Eu tenho um plano para nocautear os meus adversários. Eu vou entrar acreditando 100% nisso e que vença o melhor. Ele tem os méritos dele, eu tenho os meus e, como eu falei mais cedo, quem pode mais chora menos.
It doesn't matter what people say, and I don't even take a compliment, a comment, a critique, or a complaint from another fighter to change. I have a plan. I have a plan to knock my opponents out, and that's what I'm going to do. I have a plan to knock them out. I always have a plan to knock my opponents out, and it doesn't matter what comes from the other side. As we like to say, I want to knock people out, and like we like to say in Brazil, those who can more.
In any case, while preparing for a fight, both men remain busy with their routines, but Arman's recent interviews have allowed us to get an insight into the ways in which he managed to develop one of the deadliest weapons. Strikingly, Arman's story does not include many years of training from childhood. It took him about 3 years of wrestling before switching to hockey, and he came back to the sport only when he switched to MMA. Impressed with watching Khabib Nurmagomedov, he understood that he had to pay much attention to wrestling, and years of training made it possible for him to do that.
I was like, I don't know, like elbow was or like something. I didn't even remember what happened exactly. But it's nothing, it's just a little bit.
Nothing. You look cool. You're a fighter. Well, it's good to see you. It's good to talk to you. We have a lot to talk about, Arman, because I saw you meeting with the brass. Everything looked good, the messages. So I was expecting, all right, title fight, maybe BMF. We end up with Mauricio. Can you tell us the whole timeline here? Sorry, not Mauricio, Charles. We ended up with Mauricio. Can you tell us the timeline here? How did we end up with Mauricio Ruffy in LA?
So I supposed to fight with Charles, coming event 5 rounds. And then I went for my training camp, and then they, in 2 weeks after when I was in the mountains, they called me and said, "We got a new name for you. It's Ruffy." I said, "Okay, no problem." So because I don't want to pull out and wait for the Charles because.
But for Arman, working with Khamzat goes beyond just rolling together with one of the best names in the sport of MMA. The young fighter is learning from the veteran MMA fighter through studying his technique, which includes not only his skills of wrestling and striking, but also his unusual mentality in order to add some extra stuff to his own fighting style. But what really catches the attention of Arman is that both fighters have different approaches to the preparation for a fight. While Arman studies the techniques and strengths of his opponent, Khamzat does not.
Yeah, but Khamzat, I think, the biggest name.
Biggest name.
Yeah, right now.
How does that help you training against somebody his size?
I mean, when I watch his training, what he's doing in the sparring, so I was try to take something from him, because he has a good wrestling, good striking. It's always good to have a teammate like him, and his mindset. He has a different mindset, like not everybody. He never watch his opponent fights. He don't care what he's gonna do. For example, me, I see it and watch like, okay, Hooker, he does the kick from the left, right. He does this, that. I'm gonna do this. He's gonna kick me this. Okay, let's train. He's do a lot of straight kicks and do defense during the training.
Arman is fully aware that the bout holds very high significance for Ruffy, even though the UFC isn't billing it as a title eliminator at all. He mentioned that a win against him would totally alter Ruffy's career trajectory, and may put the rising star contender within striking distance of a shot at the championship belt itself. This is exactly the reason why Arman knows that he cannot let anything go wrong in the bout. He also answered questions regarding his relationship with Dana White, brushing aside allegations that there might still be tension between him and the UFC president.
By the way, is it a #1 contender fight for Mauricio as well, or just for you?
I don't think so. He can jump like that, but most likely maybe one more fight. But if he beats me, it's huge for him,
Yeah, I would say it's massive for him.
Yeah, so that's why we shouldn't let him do that, and so it's not gonna happen.
What about the fact that at the press conference, Dana White was asked about you getting out of the doghouse and he got mad about it? Now it seems like he likes you. He doesn't want any friction with you whatsoever.
I don't know, because they know we have a normal relationship and people is still asking that.
On the other hand, Arman shared the information regarding the unusual circumstances that resulted in Charles Oliveira not being his opponent anymore. He explained that he was first informed that Oliveira had pulled out because of the death of one of his close friends, who had kept him from training. Nevertheless, Arman confessed that he found it quite confusing as Oliveira came back to the gym shortly after and, apparently, got matched against Diego Lopes. Although understanding how hard it is when you lose your close person, Arman wondered if it could have been done in some other way, as Oliveira would definitely prefer to face Lopes rather than him. However, it became quite evident from the conversation that Arman did not intend to let go of this chance to prove himself, despite the person he would be facing. It appeared that a few names were suggested, such as Benoit Saint-Denis and Mauricio Ruffy, though the latter agreed. In any case, for Arman, all that matters is getting his name on the list, particularly as Los Angeles is his second home. Nevertheless, Arman was frank enough to admit that it is Oliveira who he wants to face. According to Arman, he had to face Oliveira once before, and he considers that Oliveira thinks he won that fight. It's not just that he is trained for the outside of the cage, but Arman feels that everything he has done over the last year has helped elevate his game. With the submission training that he has undergone in the grappling and wrestling bouts, Arman feels that his finishing techniques have seen massive improvements, where Arman is finishing sparring sessions way more frequently than before. With his skills in the freestyle wrestling having gotten better as well, he has become much more efficient in the clinch, in takedown attempts, and attacking the legs of opponents. But Arman isn't looking to rest at this stage yet. However, Arman is not judging Ruffy solely on his struggles against BSD. While he admitted that the Brazilian did not look his best in that fight, he believes Ruffy has improved significantly in his 2 appearances since then. Rather than preparing for the version of Ruffy that struggled on the ground against BSD, Arman says he is expecting the absolute best version of his opponent and is making sure he is fully prepared. Still, his confidence remains sky high, as Arman is already looking toward what comes next, suggesting that a win over Ruffy could put him on a path toward a potential showdown with Justin Gaethje. And on the same point, Ruffy insists he is no longer the same fighter people saw struggle against Benoit Saint-Denis. The Brazilian knows exactly what Tsarukyan is expected to bring to the cage, but rather than running from the danger, he has deliberately placed himself in difficult situations at the gym to sharpen his weaknesses. For Ruffy, this fight is not about proving anything to critics or even the fans. It is a personal test to see how far his dedication and constant work have taken him, and he is ready to show that his evolution is far from over. Though Arman remains skeptical of how Oliveira managed to pull out of his bout, Ruffy has his eyes set on something far grander than himself. Not only does the Brazilian feel positive about getting past his current obstacle, but he feels like a UFC title will be worn by him no later than July 2027. Even farther into the future, Ruffy sees his own fighting style making waves, and in the years to come, being taught by future generations. Having already fought in 7 UFC bouts and sustaining virtually no damage in the process, Ruffy sees the Ruffy style working. Moreover, Ruffy appears completely unfazed by Arman's plan to take him down, rather than engage in a striking battle. While Tsarukyan's comments could be viewed as a sign of respect for the danger Ruffy brings on the feet, the Brazilian insists they change nothing about his mindset. He is entering the fight with one clear objective: to knock Arman out. Ruffy made it clear that neither praise nor criticism will distract him from his approach, and he is taking the challenge seriously. Both fighters know where their biggest strengths lie, but Ruffy believes the man who can impose his game more effectively will ultimately leave with the victory. So, who do you think takes this one? Let us know your prediction in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight updates and coverage.